So the first thing we're going to be focusing on is this guy, John Bitrolff. Okay. John Bitrolff. Let me show you his picture. He was a suspect. They thought he was LISK. Okay. So let's dig into who he is, and then we're going to get into what's going on today with this man. Okay. So Bitrolff is a former carpenter, and the guy that's in jail that we think might be trying to get out and cleared on DNA is a carpenter by trade. This is so bizarre.
Just one. Or an object. It doesn't have to be a tool. It can be an object.
You know what? I built it in the same exact workshop.
So?
I have one tool that's pretty much used in almost every job. And it's actually a cabinet maker's hammer.
Okay, cabinet maker hammer. Okay.
It is persuasive enough when I need to persuade something.
Not someone.
Something. And it always...
He loves this. He is a sick individual.
Yields excellent results. Yeah. And at the end of the project, whatever piece of furniture or what I'm working on, it always helps it
whatever piece of furniture or what I'm working on
come out beautifully.
Okay, great. So you would be kind of that kind of hammer for your business? That's what you're saying? If that doesn't exist, that's what you would be?
Sometimes I have to be the heavy framing hammer.
The heavy framing hammer.
Other times I'm the lightweight hammer just to nudge things along.
All right. I guess it's a hammer. We got it.
Bitrolff is a former carpenter turned convicted murderer who was born on July 1st, 1966 in New York. And this is from the U.S. Sun, by the way. He first made headlines in 2014 after he was arrested for the 1990s murders of 31-year-old Rita Tengrundy and 20-year-old Colleen McNamee. Both women who were believed to be sex workers were brutally beaten, strangled, and dumped in the woods. Now, I don't think this guy has fantastic morals by any means, okay? I don't think he's morally correct. Okay, let's just get that out in the open. I don't think this dude's morally correct. However, there's a lot to this. Police were able to link Bitrolff, a father from Manorville, to the case thanks to DNA evidence from his brother, Timothy, who had been convicted of criminal contempt the year prior. It was the miracle of DNA which allowed us to arrest him and then prosecute him, said former Suffolk County District Attorney Thomas J. Spada. 3 years later, a Suffolk County jury found him guilty of 2 counts of second-degree murder. How is Bitrolff connected to the Long Island serial killer, you may ask? Well, the Long Island serial killer, also dubbed the Gilgo Beach Killer and the Craigslist Ripper. That's what it started out as, because all of these girls had ads on Craigslist. For years, police were unable to make an arrest in the case. However, a breakthrough came in 2023, and authorities named Rex Heuermann as a suspect. I don't know how Rex Heuermann stayed off the radar all these years. It makes zero sense. Like, this new task force was brought in, and then all of a sudden, it's Rex Heuermann. Was someone protecting Rex Heuermann all this time? So we know that Rex was arrested and charged with the deaths of Melissa Bartholomew, who we just showed, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello. And Heuermann says, I did not do this. Before Heuermann was a suspect, police believed that Bitrolff was the culprit because of his prior arrest. At first, then Suffolk County District Attorney Tom Spada dismissed the idea of him being the killer, saying there was no evidentiary or investigative link. So remember that. The then Suffolk County District Attorney dismissed him and said there was no links. None.
I don't know.
However, in 2017, former Suffolk County District Attorney Robert Biancavilla suggested there could be. All kinds of confusion. There are remains of the victims at Gilgo that may be attributed to the handiwork, nice word, handiwork of Mr. Bitrolff. And that investigation is continuing. Despite Bian Kavila's previous suggestion, he told Oxygen in 2021 that there was no evidence linking Bitrolff to the Long Island serial killer case. And I have seen this man's face more in the last couple days looking into this than I can stand. He's disgusting. Where is John Bitrolff now? After Bitrolff's conviction, he was sentenced to 2 consecutive sentences of 25 years to life by then Suffolk County Supreme Court Justice Richard Ambrose. Ambrose said these 2 murders are as brutal as anything I've ever seen. At this time, Bitrolff is serving out his sentence at Clinton Correctional Facility. It's a maximum security state prison for men located in the village of Dannemora, New York. He will not be eligible until March 2064 for parole. He would be 98. 98. So that's who this dude is, okay? They originally thought he did it, but they had no evidence to say that he did. Now, let's fast forward here. This was posted. Here is John Bitrolff in his perp walk back in 2014. Let me make this so you guys can see it better. There he is, being labeled the Long Island serial killer at his perp walk here. And it says Suffolk County District Attorney Raymond Turney ruled out Sunday night a long-time theory that convicted Manorville murderer John Bitrolff could somehow be tied to the Long Island serial killer investigation. He has nothing to do with LISK. That's what Tierney said. Bitrolff was convicted of killing Rita and Colleen, whom he hired as sex workers in late 93 and 94. Their bodies were found, this is where it gets weird, in the woods of eastern Suffolk County, posed in a sexual position and missing their left shoes. Bitrolff was tied to a third murdered woman, Sandra Castilla, but was never charged. This led to speculation that Bitrolff, a married father of 2, could be involved in the serial killer case, which involved the discovery of 10 sets of remains in the brush off Ocean Parkway in 2010 and 2011. Some of the victims had been dismembered. 2 of